If your phone overheats while live streaming, this is the video for you. I'm going to give you the steps that I went through during a recent live stream in order to take my phone from going almost in the red, where it was unusable, to yellow to white so I could continue live streaming. I was using the Moblin app for iOS, but the principles that I'm going to share with you, they should work regardless of what phone or app you're using. So let's go have a look. Okay, so it's around this part of the live stream at the 2-hour mark. I was listening to the stream using the Kick player, and when I noticed the audio glitching, that's when I knew something was wrong. You can clearly hear that it is glitching. It's pretty bad too. Yeah, the numbers look okay for the ingest and the stream out of Moblin. That was fine. So the audio glitching had to be something else. I thought maybe it was the microphone, so it's a process of elimination. If I turn off the microphone or the transmitter, will the audio be okay? Because I'll be using the phone's internal mic. With the transmitter turned off, they couldn't be it. And this is where I noticed that the screen was very laggy. So scrolling up and down this menu should be a really simple, easy thing for me to do. It's not responsive at all, probably near the red fire icon at this point. Turning off all the extra things that you don't need, that's the very first tip. I stopped the screen share, that improved things a little bit. Next step was to turn off the screen, because the screen is a big factor of overheating. Of course, you can only do this with either an Android app, which continues to stream with the screen off, or if you use an external camera like I was into the Moblin app. So I'm thinking, okay, what do I do next? I think in this case, it is my phone getting warm. Yeah. So we need it to cool down a little. Getting a buzzing sound, crackling buzzing sound. Things have improved a little bit. We're not getting the sort of cutting in and out of the audio. At this point, the plan was to stop streaming inside of Moblin. Back. Wait it out. Keep an eye on the stream. When the stream has caught up, then I'll do start. Streams. If everything's working fine at first, but it starts to drift later on because of bad internet, this is where you'd want to do this trick. And in this case, I'm using the chat commands, Moblin stream stop, Moblin stream start, but only after the preview that I'm looking at is showing that I'm on BRB. I probably didn't need to do this, but I thought, let's try this as well. We'll do as much as we can to remove any kind of glitching. And even now with what I did, stopping the screen share, turning off the screen for a little while, that helped with the audio, so we're not getting those little audible glitching. This was just the extra step, and you'll see why. So I use the chat command, which is set inside of Moblin as a predefined message. You could have that as a shortcut in your chat app or whatever. But basically it just stops the stream in your streaming app. You wait until the stream on your preview is shown that you are on the BRB scene, and that's when you can start the stream up again. Audio is fine. Check what's happening. And we'll wait for it. On the remote OBS, it's supposed to have a fancy graphic in the background. Something else happens. The phone has cooled down just by having the screen off. I'm not sure if you caught that. So the other thing was I stopped charging the phone. Biggest contributors to overheating, like turning the screen off, can help a lot. White fire icon. There we go. So it went from what was almost a red fire icon, I reckon, to yellow, and now we're in the white. Just by doing those few things. And this worked for me in the middle of summer in Seoul, South Korea. I used techniques like this. So the first thing that I did was to stop any overlays, anything extra that the phone was doing. In this case for me, stop the screen share if I had any other widgets, and I think I still kept the text widget, which you can see in the bottom left hand corner. I forgot about that one, but I don't think it uses as much as some other widgets like multiple cameras, screen share, turn that off. Next step was to turn off the screen. If you got an app where you can continue streaming with the screen off, do that. In this case with Moblin, I can stream with an external camera like the Action 4 over RTMP. Third thing was by removing the charging cable from the phone. From there, If your phone is still getting quite hot or hasn't improved much, that's where you could take the case off. I didn't need to go that far, so that's kind of a last resort for me. That's where you could add a cooling fan, or if you live in a really hot place anyway, maybe you just have to use a cooling fan. Those are my tips and what worked for me during this particular case. So hopefully they helped you today. If you have any questions or if you have any other tips, please leave them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.